Hi, I'm Priyanka Chopra and watch me on Book My TV. I have to say, I'm Priyanka Chopra and I'm an actor from India. I don't feel small about it. If you want to achieve, you can't have an ego. I don't have an ego. I don't get offended when I'm asked, why do I speak English so well? People come to my house just to eat. Because it's ghar ka khana, na? Ghar ka khana has a different flavor. It's not butter chicken. I was shooting Quantico, and after Quantico aired, there was such an amazing response that I got for it in America. A lot of interesting film offers started coming to me. Fun parts, stereotyped parts, small parts, big parts, all kinds. I loved Baywatch, one, because I loved Baywatch as a kid. So I really wanted, I loved the idea of the film. Plus, Dwayne is someone who's I'd met a couple of times, and he's just such a wonderful guy, and he spoke to me about it, and he spoke to, I guess, Seth, and when Seth and I spoke for the first time, we talked so much about Victoria as a character that he didn't even speak to anyone after he spoke to me. He was just like, I don't care about dates, this has to happen. And playing a bad girl in your first film internationally is a really cool introduction, I think. Having a huge sense of self. See, badass can be good. Badass is good. Victoria is bad. She's not badass. She's just bad. She has no conscience. She's a road roller. It's her ambition, and she believes that she's a woman in a man's world, and she has to prove a point. So whatever collateral damage happens on the way, it's not personal. It's just business. So she's very much like that. But I believe that being a badass, coming back to your question, you need to have a huge sense of self. And I tell this to all young people who talk to me about having ambitions and wanting to be an actor. I started working when I was 17. The only thing I had was my confidence. I did not have a godfather. I did not have somebody teaching me how to act. I didn't go to school. My career was my acting school. I learned on the job. I was not willing to fall. I was not afraid to fall down. I was not afraid to fail. You have to have a sense of fearlessness. You have to have a sense of, theek hai, agar gir gaye, to the world is not gonna crumble. I'll get up and learn again. I have a sense of a quest for knowledge. I like learning. I don't feel small if I have to introduce myself. If I have to say, I'm Priyanka Chopra and I'm an actor from India. I don't feel small about it because I'm very proud about it. So I know when I go into a new country, people are not going to know me initially. Now I have an amazing reception. It's completely different. But initially they didn't, and it was okay for me to not have the same treatment. So I think those things contributed to a lot. You have to have an open mind if you want to achieve. You can't have an ego. I don't have an ego. I'm an Indian class. I'm a class on India. You don't even understand. Everybody around me knows so much about India now. First of all, I have the best Indian food in New York in my house because my cook is with me. So people come to my house just to eat because it's ghar ka khana, na? Ghar ka khana has a different flavor. It's not butter chicken and pulao from a store. So ghar ka khana has a different flavor. That's one. Secondly, I talk constantly about how India is, especially Hindi films, are not just random breakout into song and dance, even though we do that sometimes, but we do that in life also. You're at a dinner and suddenly somebody will play music and 20 people start dancing. वो कहीं और नहीं होता except Indians or South Asians. Our culture is musically inclined. So I like to talk to people because education is the only way you open people's minds. I don't get offended when I'm asked why do I speak English so well, or I don't get offended if people ask me, are there cows on the road? I teach them about the fact that a cow is sacred. So yes, we do have a few on the road, but have you seen New York's traffic? It's probably just as bad. When people ask me, oh, you break out in song and dance, I always end up saying that every culture has its own stereotype. I guess, why do all the aliens land in New York or America? Why don't they choose Ukraine or India or any other country on earth, but they will only land in America? So that's a stereotype. Just like that, we have our own. That's not the point. The point is we are one of the most prolific film industries in the world, and I know my job when I walk onto a set. And that's important. Hi, I'm Priyanka Chopra and watch me on Book My TV.